Hello guys, I am your host Prateik. So let's start with the new tutorial of our VIVA practical examination question. So let's start with the one more questions. The first question is, what is buffer and what are its uses? When we talk about the buffer is something which acts as a bridge between the input and output devices. We can say it is a high-speed memory. It is an high-speed memory which acts as a bridge between our input devices and the memory spaces. So when we talk about the uses of buffer is a high-speed memory. It is a temporary high-speed memory which help us to efficiently input the and output it help us to perform the input and output operations. Okay. So next question is, what is the function of readline method? When we talk about the readline method, readline is something which help us to accept the string with the help of, we can say it is used to accept a string from the our input devices with the help of buffer. This particular thing is attached with the buffer class. So when we talk about the readline method is a function of, it is a method of the class buffer, and it help us to, we can say it help us to accept the string from the user. So the next question is, why is main method public, or we can say why main method is declared as public? When we talk about the main method, first of all we should know what actually the public static void main line stand for. When we talk about the main method, it is the method from where the execution of our program start. So let's start. Suppose we can say we are having a set of statement and we want to execute that particular set of statement. So the execution of that particular statements this particular statement starts from the main method. So why we declare this particular main method as public? Because we need to automatically call these functions. So these functions can be invoked from any of the program, any of the area of the program. So this particular function is declared as public. So the next question is, why is the main method declared as static? When we talk about the main method is declared as static. See, there are two types of things. One particular method is static and another one is non-static. When we talk about the static methods, these static methods belongs to the class. That means we need not to create the object for performing the execution of this method. When we talk about the non-static method, these are known as instant method. For this we need to create objects. So in the case of main method, these particular methods are automatically invoked, that means automatically called. So we need not to create objects, these are automatically called. So we declare these particular functions as static so that they can automatically called by the compiler itself. So next question is, what is the use of system.out.println? So when we talk about the system.out.println, first of all we should know what system.out.println stand for. System.out is basically an output stream. It is an object of the output stream, that is system.out, and the print is a function. Print and println are the functions to perform the printing operations in our program. So the system.out.println is a function. It is a statement which help us to display some message, or we can say it is used to display some content on our screen. So the next question is, what is difference between the function print and println? When we talk about the function print, the print is the function which continues the printing of the statement in the same line without changing the cursor. That means without changing the cursor in the new line. When we talk about the println is a function which help us to change the cursor in the next line. That means print in the next line. Println is print in the next line. When we talk about the print in the same line. Okay. So the next question is, can a package be called as a class? So when we talk about the packages are the set of classes. These are the similar set of classes, and the question is asking, can a package called as a class? Yes, definitely package can be called as class, because package is actually a collection of classes, and we can say the example of java.lang. Java.lang is a class which act as a package. Okay, so the next question is, why do we write the throws IO exception in our program? when we write the throws IO exception, these are the some lines, these are the some exceptional handlers which help us to handle the output exceptions. Okay, so the next question is, what are exceptions? So when we talk about the exceptions are the some statements, or we can say these are the some situations which act as an hindrance in our normal working of our program. So these help us. These exceptions are the something which we can say which act as hindrance in the proper execution of our program. Okay. So the next question is, mention the two types of exceptions. When we talk about the types of exception, there are two types of exception. That is, one is checked and another one is unchecked. When we talk about the checked exception, checked are the one which are checked by the compiler at the time of compilation. We can say the input output error exceptions. These are the some errors these are the some exceptions which are checked by the compiler at the compilation time. When we talk about the unchecked, these are the some exceptions which are unchecked. That means compiler does not check it at the time of execution. And when we talk about the particular example, the array index of bond is an example of unchecked exceptions. Okay. So the next question is, mention other ways in which Java handles the exceptions. So when we talk about the exception handling in Java, try and catch blocks are the two basic blocks which help us to handle the exception, handle the exceptions in our program. So the basic two keywords are also present, throw and throws. So the next question is, what is difference between throw and throws? When we talk about the the question is, what is difference between throws and throw? Throws is something, we write the throws IO exception. Throws is something which gives a predefined system message. So throws is predefined. And when we talk about the throw is the when we want to forcefully throw a message on our screen. So and the message is defined by us. Then we use the keyword throw. And when we talk about the automatically done by the system, at that particular case we use throws. So the next question is, what is the which keyword is used to raise an exception? Throw keyword is used to raise an exception. So that's all about this tutorial. Thank you. Thanks a lot.